Hey everyone, welcome back to Victoria 3 and the Austria into Germany campaign. This episode, we will do the German unification war, so let's get going. We are going to reform the government, even though that's going to send legitimacy down quite a bit. That's fine, but it opens up more possibilities for us, like landed voting, which doesn't really... No one's really opposed to it, so we're going to do it. It will change. This will cause parties to emerge, and it will unlock women's suffrage and rights of women, plus other political bonuses to political strength, plus 150 authority. Actually, that's lower authority, but it gives us plus 20 legitimacy. We've managed to get Frankfurt to support us now, so why don't we take a look at this. We've got 13 of 19 states under our control, 18 countries supporting Austria as the unifier. We have to wait until September of 1852 though to make a leadership play if we so choose. Starting to get low on convoy, so we're gonna have to start expanding our ports. In recognition of accomplishment with the recent investment in Styria, the raw goods industry has resulted in a positive balance for the iron mines there. Interest groups are quick to try to claim credit for this investment. We'll let the industrialists take all the credit. The war breaks out against Pomerania and Prussia. Flew under our radar here, and I was not able to intervene, which might actually be okay. France has intervened on behalf of Pomerania. Maybe no big deal, because in 3 more years we'll be able to launch a leadership play for German unification leadership. Unfortunately, it looks like France is having their troubles against Prussia. First, all governmental elections being held in Austria. 1849 election campaign. The Christian Social Party and the Progressive Club. Looks like the Christian Social Party is the dominant group right now. And we get the Ripper events. We must bring this killer to justice. The first election is done. Overwhelming majority to the Christian Social Party. We're going to reform the government. Catholic Church wants to join the Christian Social Party. Seems pretty obvious there. And the Intelligentsia wants to join the Progressive Club. That brings our legitimacy up to 96%. So we'll be able to reform the government there. We're going to enact colonial exploitation. That will give a big boost to the industrialists and armed forces at the expense of the rural folk. So the Pomeranians were able to liberate Mecklenburg from the Prussians. So the Prussians really fallen on their face in this campaign. So 1850, looks like Prussia is making another diplomatic play for the Rhine against Bavaria. We're probably definitely going to have to step in here. We are trying to enact colonial exploitation. It's going through another round. That'll be done in 1850. Let's activate all our generals. So we're going to change our weapons production to rifling and smoothbores. So with all the Prussian shenanigans, we now have control of 14 of 19 of the state regions that we need to form Germany. 22 of the countries support Austria. The only thing about these wars is it causes truces, and another truce against Prussia will only delay the leadership play. We're going to try to improve relations with Bremen, because they are one of the split states we need to join our side. We're going to do the same with Nassau. The final stages of the diplomatic play. Countdown to war. Looks like it's just going to be Austria and Hesse and Bavaria against Prussians. 2 arms we go. Actually, it looks like a pretty even fight here, as we might not have enough offensive power to break through the defensive position of the Prussians on the Silesian front. But our defenses are pretty strong as well, and probably can counter a strong offensive by the Prussians. Now, on the Hessian front, though, we have a definite advantage here. So hopefully we can occupy the Rhineland quickly from the Prussians. Let's see how this first battle on the Silesian front starts, and it looks like the Prussians will get the better of us on this front. All right, the next offensive, Prussians find the Bavarian contingent and are able to strike a blow against them. We are making progress in the Westphalian front. All right, let's see the next offensive. It looks like the Prussians almost push us back even before the campaign gets started. This time, though, General Julius von Now has got the better of the Prussian defenders. The news that government intends to pass colonial exploitation law has created great enthusiasm among those that are eager to exploit new and distant lands. Slow down, the law isn't signed yet, but that gives us plus 20% success chance. Ripper, a cryptic letter. The arcane symbols are indecipherable. Minus 10 legitimacy. A battle in Silesia is victory. Our first victory on that front. Next battle finds us extremely outnumbered, even though we have a good offensive rating. Too many Prussian defenders are able to meet Westmeath at the battlefront. Different story in the Westphalian front with the Hessian support and Bavarians in the south. It looks like we are making lots of progress there, contributing to the advantage we have in the overall war. Currently, though, we've lost quite a few men, though. It's been a bloody affair. Keep an eye on the Silesian front. The Bavarians are able to push back the Prussian front lines. All right, let's see the next offensive on the front here. Pretty even quality-wise. Colonial Exploitation has been enacted. We're going to have to build some government buildings to increase our bureaucracy, though. And radicals have revolted in Prussia. Not shockingly, as the Prussians have been overly aggressive in trying to take their bid to unify Germany. There's also a Serbian bid for independence. We're going to concede Russia's support into that matter. We're going to leave things alone. We're going to stay focused on the German question. We're going to try to invade from Mecklenburg, since now we don't have a front against actual Prussia, the Bavarians, and we liberate Hohenzollern. So maybe we can flip them to our side. That would be another controlled state. And they liberate Mecklenburg. So let's start improving relations with Hohenzollern. So war is broken out between the radical Prussians and Prussia. Mecklenburg is formed also. General staff is unlocked. We're going to try to enact poor laws again. So we really don't have the bureaucracy to do it. Looks like the radical Prussian revolt is winning the war against Prussia. Yeah, it looks like they're going to end up winning that, as the Prussian war score has gone negative. There's a revolt in Bremen. We're going to side with Bremen. We'll activate Radetzky. And move him over to that front. I think that's all we'll need to mobilize. But hopefully this will actually push Bremen to our unification bid. We are constructing things and have used up our investment pool. So we're taking a 60,000 expense loss there. Taxes are normal. A couple consumption taxes. Services doesn't seem to be impacting too much. We are struggling, though, with getting our lower strata pops' needs fulfilled, especially liquor and clothes. Maybe I need to change some of the production methods for clothing so that they produce lower strata clothing. Just a thought, not sure exactly. We are continuously expanding the economy. Currently, 15 of 19 states support Austria as to form the German Empire, and we have 19. We are the unification leader after that Prussian revolt. We could launch a unification play now. Prussia would rise up against us. Looks like we have the support of Great Britain, Russia, and France, so I think we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to make sure that our armed forces are loyal, and we will get the plus 15% offensive and defensive improvement. We are going to change our production method to skirmish, even though we're not qualified yet, and the conscription centers aren't fully staffed. They're fully staffed now in some spots, like Bohemia. I'm not going to worry about changing medical aid yet, just because I think we can win the war without it. It's going to take a big cost to improve that. We're going to import some more ammunition since we just changed our production method of infantry. We're going to import some ammunition from the French, quite a bit of amount, so that's good. So we're going to go ahead and launch the play right now. Right now we have the backing of the 3 other great powers because they all hate Prussia so much. They're willing to let us form Germany, which might not, in the long run, might not be to their best interest, but they feel like they can control Austria better. We'll take their support. We probably don't even need their support. So the play is launched. We're not going to leave anything to chance. Let's mobilize all our generals and activate all our reserves. See, Radetzky will put on the South Tyrol front, or Silesia. Hey, now we will also, maybe we'll put them, looks like the Hanover front might be a good option because there's no Prussians there right now. Let's put them in the Saxony front. It looks like the Prussians are able to sway maybe the British over. British are leaning towards the Prussians now. We can sway Bavaria. We call in obligation. You can actually see the rest of the world has turned antagonistic towards us. Very tense these days as we wait to see what the rest of the world is doing. Although Great Britain is mobilizing. The Ottomans have joined on the side of Prussia. We can sway France. They owe us an obligation, so actually we can offer ban slavery. Oh, for the Ottoman Empire joining. Big news here. Great Britain has stopped leaning towards Prussia. We are on the eve of war, and so far the Ottomans have thrown their lot in with the Prussians. France has sided with us. So that's just added bonus, especially to counteract the Ottomans on our southern front, which I've only allocated 44 battalions right now to counter that move. We do have a lot of turmoil in our states because we have a lot of radicals. A lot of it has to do with discrimination. Even though that number has gone down, there has been a slight decrease in standard of living. There was an event that we ended up getting crushed for 2 years with increased radicals, which in hindsight were probably not the smartest move on my part. All right, countdown to war. All right, let's see here. Oh, they capitulated. Yeah, so Prussia backs down. Really nice. There we go. Austria is formed. Now we can form Germany. So let's do this. So, pretty beefy Germany has just formed. I'm sure the world is ecstatic that such a large Germany has formed. Radicals are going to be an issue. We're probably going to have to fight some kind of revolution, I imagine. Let's take a look at diplomacy. We are notorious. 99 infamy. Not as bad as I thought. Now we're going to keep our influence. Actually, we're going to see how much relations we can build, but try to keep that 25% infamy decay. Actually, most of the major powers are pretty neutral. France is still a friend. They are genial towards us. We will embrace that. We're not a defensive pact. They're not willing to go that far. Why don't we improve relations? We still have the 25% decay. We still have the trade agreement with them. Russia is the one that is most concerned. Yeah, so France remains friendly. Russia's a little cautious, but they're not overly upset. More Sweden. Ottoman Empire is very upset. Spain, antagonistic, but maybe they just don't want to really poke the German bear. Actually, things just changed very quickly as Great Britain is now wary and France is now wary as the infamy kicks in. We do have to integrate our states. That's going to cost a lot of bureaucracy. We're going to have to do a little bit at a time. If you enjoyed that video, please consider following the channel and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. Also, I plan on continuing more Let's Plays, not of just this campaign, but other Victoria 3 campaigns, plus other strategic and war strategy type games as well in the future. So, if you're interested in that, please follow the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching.